Here we go again.
Did you take? Oh, no, you didn't.
You ready?
Yeah. All right, here's to not being a bitch this time.
It's 105 proof.
Water's not making it better.
So I want everyone to see the difference between the shots taken.
I don't like bourbon like that.
I don't like bourbon like that. Yeah, you better like bourbon like that.
Oh, no, I gotta pretend.
How disappointing.
Breaking news. Trial begins for priest and parents in controversial exorcism case, revolving around the death of local 23-year-old woman, Annelise Michel, or, as Hollywood would call her, Emily Rose. The question is her cause of death from neglect, or was she truly possessed by a demon?
Welcome back to HaHaHaunted. I'm your host, one of your hosts, Ryan.
And I'm your other host, JP.
We're back with another episode
of HaHaHaunted.
Of HaHaHaunted. We already said that, but
I didn't know what else to add.
We're trying to bring you episodes weekly. I also thought about this the other day that we haven't mentioned in a while, but we are still planning to do our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers. We're currently
kind of stalled at like 600.
645 is where we're at right now. So share the channel. Let's get to 1,000, and then we will release instructions on how you will win the giveaway.
Win some prizes, and maybe I'll stop being awkward.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
He's getting better though, slowly but surely.
For you audio listeners, camera makes it even more awkward if you can just hear me.
It's all awkward. But we're back with more chilling paranormal stories. Last week, we talked about the Villisca axe murders.
Ooh, that reminds me, I have an update for you. Two updates on it that we didn't say last time.
On what?
The Villisca axe murder.
There's an update?
Well, update for us because I didn't touch on it,
oh.
Which I didn't see. Did you know in 2014, a ghost hunter or paranormal investigator, I would say, tragically killed himself by stabbing himself in the chest at the house while doing an investigation? I don't know how I did not find that until like...
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Well, I guess that's how we're going to start the episode.
I'm just saying he did. Oh, also... Do you remember what that priest or the reverend name was? I can't remember. That was like was one of the suspects.
Is it like George?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go with Reverend George. Did you know that after he was acquitted, when he was like, "JK, I didn't."
Wait, we recanted his confession?
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, just kidding.
Did he kill himself?
Whatever. No.
Okay.
He quit being a reverend. And he was actually one of the first people to do stand-up tour comedies.
He became a stand-up comedian?
Because he thought his joke was so good.
What about recanting his confession?
Yep.
No way.
No, I just totally made that up.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, that sounds really preposterous. This was back in what time? What was the time period that this was?
1912.
He did the first comedy tour after recanting his confession.
Dude, I practiced saying that to like multiple people, so I didn't laugh during it. Oh man. It's sad.
That's insane that you just did that.
I said, people are going to listen to just that part and be like, I'm just going to start rumors and it's going to be on Wikipedia.
They're going to be like a local podcaster.
Be like, did you guys know that Reverend just quit being a Reverend and He thought his joke was so funny.
It went on the first
on a tour.
Started the first comedian.
First person to sell tickets.
First stand-up comedian in the history of the United States of America. After recanting a confession for brutal murders of 8 people locked inside of a home in a super small town in Iowa.
Hey, it gets true crime people going. Why can't it?
Oh my God, dude.
It was pretty funny though. I was making myself crack up.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good.
I did look it up though because I was like, who is the first stand-up comedian? And they said technically Mark Twain was considered to be the first stand-up comedian because he was the first one to do book tours.
Because did he tell jokes at his when he was signing books and stuff
or something? Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Stupid.
That doesn't count. My God.
Right.
Anyways,
so I put mine into Wikipedia to make it true.
You're about to get sued for defamation from a dead man by his family.
Okay. And you tried
I'm not associated with this man.
You can't sue me because you also tried to take the blame for, like that guy. He took the blame for killing people. No, the Reverend.
Oh.
Bro, just because I said you're a stand-up comedian is better than being a murderer.
Yeah, prove damages on that one. Yeah. Prove the damages.
Actually, I improved your clout.
Yeah. We actually restored your...
Tickets are flying off the shelves now.
Oh my God. I guess we should address where our next investigation is going to be, because we've been we've been so back and forth on this.
Well, which one are we doing?
I don't know. I was kind of wanting to go drive 2.5 hours up into Iowa and go, because I was super intrigued by.
I'm 100% down for that.
Then there's the Sally House and the Belvoir. I think that's like the 2 big 3 right now.
I kind of want to do the Axe Murder House first, because I don't know. Maybe it's just me personally that Sally House has just done so much, but
yeah,
I feel like it's easier.
But for
now,
the only problem is it's $500 to go up there.
To where?
Villisca.
Oh, damn!
An overnight's $500
per person or altogether.
I don't know if it's. I'm hoping it's total, but look, we have limited funds. If you guys would just subscribe and watch more videos, then maybe we could afford this.
Maybe
I'm just kidding.
Sponsors.
I'm just kidding.
Except for Reverend George.
Reverend George.
We're
now we have a lawsuit with George's family.
We're living off of his ticket sales, so obviously we're not doing very good.
Yeah, his comedy tour. Yeah. He wrote a book. It's called "I Didn't Do It, But If I Did, This Is How I Would Do It." That's a joke. That's a reference to O.J. Simpson when he wrote a book. Oh my God. Anyways, we're talking about Emily Rose today. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Was actually a Hollywood film. I didn't even know this was a real story. I thought this was just a Hollywood production.
It's based on a true story.
Until moments before we started hit record, you told me that this was an actual story.
Because I'm the only one that does work around here.
That's not true. If you remember the first 2 or 3 episodes, I did all the research.
Yeah, you pretend I sent it to you and you read it off.
No, absolutely not.
Before we start though, now it's too late, but I was going to say good thing we're in paranormal so that we can hire the ghost of the Kardashian lawyer to help us.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
The lawyer's dead?
Isn't he? Yes, he is. Yeah,
I don't know. Is he? I don't know.
Yeah. Kim Kardashian's dad? 100.
What?
Yeah, he's dead.
Why don't you look it up?
He's dead, right, guy? Anybody else know? Anybody else follow the Kardashians? What's it called? Keeping up?
Keeping up with the Kardashians? We did just drop another bloopers episode because you just give me so much to work with that I was able to put in probably our best production value to date.
Oh, I was right. Yeah, he died in 2003.
Oh, wow. He's been dead for a while. Is that why she remarried? Is that why she remarried? Is that why she remarried?
That's why she remarried. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. Well, he was also or she, I guess you could say now, an Olympian skier, right?
No, he was
what do you do?
Track.
Bruce
Jenner?
Yeah.
Formerly Bruce Jenner? Yeah. Track star. Track athlete. I'm pretty sure it's track athlete.
They got gold medals, so.
The artist formerly known as Bruce Jenner was an Olympian. Yes.
See, I do that.
I think he ran track. Anyways, we're like,
I was going to say, this podcast is not going to turn into
this is a weird start.
Why did
You threw me
Bruce
for a
Jenner-
loop with the Villisca, Iowa updates of Reverend George being a comedian and then pulling the rug out from under me.
I've been waiting so long to do that.
Like, my God.
Sorry, it was worth it. Now I'm frazzled too. All right, let's not look up why Kris Jenner married the other Jenner.
Well, I mean, it makes sense if he died in 2003. She remarried. She was widowed. Seems like she's likes that money. Anyways, back to Annelise. Is it Mitchell or Michelle?
I thought it was spelled Mitchell.
I don't know. Michael?
You know I can't read. Would you say Mitchell? Or maybe it is Michael.
Or Michael?
No, there's no
Mitchell,
A.
Michelle,
It's
Michael.
Mitchell. Let's go with Mitchell.
It doesn't have to have an A to be Michael.
Yeah, it does.
No, some people like.
That's like Hooked on Phonics. Yeah.
How would you pronounce LA-A?
Los Angeles?
No, if someone's name was LA-A, how would you pronounce that?
LA-A?
Yeah, how would you pronounce that?
Is this like trying to spell eyes when you're like
No.
ES?
No. If somebody's name was spelled LA-A, how would you pronounce that?
Law?
LaDasha.
Dash. I can't read.
Get it?
Is law here?
LaDasha.
I get it.
Yeah. Anyways, talk to us about faux Emily Rose.
All right. Well, obviously, so let's go with Annelise Michel. Annelise Michel is a real person who was supposedly. God, dude.
You dropped out of college for sure.
I did. I'm a few credits shy.
Let me guess, those credits were English?
No, actually, I got a published essay.
Published what?
Essay. In the book where they use it as like examples for writing. In my writing class.
Well, you definitely didn't use supposedly in there.
Probably not.
Anyways,
I'm just saying.
published author, JP over here.
Yeah, if you go to Mo West, you're welcome.
Not a graduate of Mo West.
I became a medic. Sorry. Didn't need it.
Lowest hanging fruit.
I can save your life, but I can't fucking
I did the
read.
same thing.
Okay, now I lost track, dude.
Okay, we're talking about we're back to Emily Rose, real name Annelise
Annelise Michel.
Mitchell. I don't even know.
Let's go with Mitchell.
We'll go with Mitchell. Annelise
Hashtag
Mitchell.
unqualified. Please don't come after us with
You can come out. I mean, it's not my fault. I mispronounced your name. But
grammar police. Listen, this lady was possessed by age like 16.
the movie came out in 2005.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's been out for a hot minute.
I thought it was like within the last like decade it came out.
What?
Oh, dude. I don't watch Exorcism. The only Exorcist movie I've ever actually seen is The Exorcist. The original.
Did you think that came out in what, 2010?
No, it came out in like the 70s.
That one seems older.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so disappointed in you.
Why?
Because you never know anything about movies.
That's not true.
It is true. Even my sister, when I had to make fun of her for not listening to this, because she was like, I was so excited that you guys did the Villisca axe murders. I was like, oh, so you watched the podcast? Did you hear me talk about you? And she said, you did? I said, bitch.
You did that?
No, you didn't listen to it then.
Probably too busy hotboxing a car.
No, it was a little one. Not.
Oh, it was Brooke?
Yeah.
Damn it, Brooke.
I know. And she was like, sorry. So she said she went back and listened to it, but we'll see if she listens to this one now.
She won't.
I don't know where I was going with that.
You said you were disappointed in me for not watching movies when I have.
Barely.
Okay.
Okay, so this true story. Hollywood took it into, their hands and did their thing, made some art, and came out with a movie in 2005 called The Exorcism of Emily Rose. So let's just do a quick synopsis since Ryan has no idea what it's about.
It's about an exorcism of a woman named Emily Rose. That's the movie.
Obviously, you didn't watch it because in 2005, a supernatural horror film that blends courtroom drama and chilling flashbacks to explore the boundaries between faith and science. Unless you just thought that was really good screenwriting.
I haven't seen it.
The narrative follows Aaron Bruner.
Laura Linney's in it?
Yes. Oh my. I can't cuss on this. You're going to make.
You already have.
Oh, shoot. You're right. Let's leave it.
Believe it.
She's an agnostic defense attorney who represents Father Richard Moore, a Catholic priest who was accused of negligent homicide after performing an exorcism on a then 19-year-old Emily Rose, aka Annelise Michel. As the trials unfold, testimonies reveal that Emily's harrowing experiences of demonic possession, I don't even know that word, to be honest. What the jukes?
Juxtaposed?
Juxtaposed? What is that? I needed like a dictionary.
Yes, you do.
All right, let's. Juxtaposed.
Juxtaposed.
I can't.
Duh.
It's a T.
Posed. Yeah, but it sounds like juxtaposed.
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 Okay. As the trial unfolds, testimonies reveal Emily's harrowing experience of demonic possession, juxtaposed against medical explanations suggesting epilepsy and or schizophrenia. The film.
God, dude.
Oh my God. Film dives into the
Delves.
I don't want to say that. The film delves into complexities of belief, the existence of the supernatural, and legal implications of religious practices, inspired by the real-life case of Annelise Michel. See? It even says in the movie, dude. Sorry. It even says it in the movie. Based on true events.
Yeah, but sometimes they say that.
At the beginning?
I haven't seen any of the movie.
Oh, I thought you said you did at the beginning of this.
No, I just said I thought it came out like a decade, like in the last decade or so.
So disappointed.
Not 20 years ago.
The movie challenges viewers to question the nature of reality and the unexplained phenomena.
Oh my God, not
lie
phenomena again.
beyond conventional understanding. So in hindsight, they did exorcisms.
That actually sounds like it might be a good movie. Because it's
really
not just like a movie about an exorcism. It's like...
It is a really good movie. They actually have real footage in it.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, disappointed, dude.
So sorry.
I'm just saying, for somebody who is more into the faith, I feel like possessions should be up your alley.
Why?
Because it's more, I don't know, Catholicism, even though it's like not your...
It's not Catholicism.
Not denomination, but...
I mean, Mary was possessed by 7 demons, and Jesus cast them all out.
Yeah, well, he's like all holy priest.
Yeah, he is God tier, literally God tier.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he can do it. But
he had demons begging for mercy.
But basically, Catholics are the only ones that actually practice and believe.
Catholics do a lot of stuff that, like...
They got some sketchy things. They also try really hard, I think, basically off of this. Now, don't quote me on this, but like trials of this, they try really hard to debunk and go the medical route over.
The priests do?
Yes, over doing.
I feel like that's
exorcisms first.
Fair. That's a fair thing to do.
They have to rule it out, and they have to be in contact with the doctors, who have also had to explain, I cannot explain this medically, and the Vatican.
So that's what happened in this case. The doctors were like, we cannot explain this.
I think that was before. That's why they're doing it now. But I could be wrong. I don't remember.
Because that makes it more compelling if medically they were like, hey, like all the tests we've done, we can't really definitively say if this is like you're having seizures or like, because I feel like if you're having seizures, you have to immediately do blood work afterwards after the seizure occurs. And schizophrenia is a little tougher because that's more of like a subjective evaluation.
Yeah, plus when it was started, I think she was too young for it.
For what?
Like, to textbook diagnose her with schizophrenia yet. Like, it was too early onset.
There's parameters for...
I mean, probably not, but more suggestive. Like it could be
like there's an age parameter for
she's
it?
not like 20, so that'd be hard to say.
I feel like you can get schizophrenia at any age.
No, it's the most common onset is around the age 20 when it always happens.
I didn't know that. But obviously there's outliers. And this sounds like it could be an outlier case.
Right. I'm not saying it happens right at 20. It's just normally by the time...
And she was 19.
It started when she was 16, but at the time of 19, then that's when they did the exorcisms.
Okay.
The case of Annelise Michel is among the most controversial and well-documented instances of alleged demonic possession, sparking debates that intertwine faith, psychology, and medical science. While this case inspired the film of The Exorcism of Emily Rose, it's important to note that the movie is fictionalized.
No way. No.
And not a direct retelling of Annelise Michel's life.
No way. I didn't know Hollywood did that.
They always tell the truth, man. Of course they told the truth. They had actual footage. Like, come on.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into the background of Annelise.
Let's.
In 1952, Annelise Michel was born.
Damn, we're doing this from like the moment she was born.
Well, yeah. How else do you need to know? It sets a timeline, man. Born in 1952 in Germany, Annelise Michel was raised by a devout Roman Catholic family. At 16, she began experiencing severe convulsions and was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy. Despite extensive medical treatment, including anticonvulsant medications, her condition worsened. I don't know. Back then, they didn't disclose what medication she was on. Probably benzos.
Alcohol. Drink this.
Maybe. Why is she having seizures? Well, she's in withdrawal. She's 16.
Literally, did we know it was just lowering her seizure threshold?
Kefir wasn't invented or founded until what, the 70s?
Was it?
I don't know. I'm just making that up again.
I'm gonna look that up. You can keep talking.
So at 16, we already read that part. Despite extensive medical treatment, including anticonvulsant medications, her condition worsened, leading to depression and hallucinations. By 1973, Annelise reported hearing voices, condemning her to hell, and exhibiting an aversion to religious objects.
Kefir wasn't created until 99.
Oh, damn. I gave it earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Dang.
Benzos were discovered in 1955.
There you go. I'm sure she was on some benzos.
Yeah. I was gonna say like back then, did they have the FDA back then? Like, how did you approve medications? Were they just like, hey, we think this might work?
Of course not. They did it out of the doctor's basements.
That's true.
He said, you know what? I'm just gonna mix these together and I'm gonna write down and see what happens to you. Science.
Sign here. Anyway, so she was having convulsions at 16.
16.
And they got worse even after
despite
anticonvulsive medications.
Despite medications, anything else, nothing's helping. So, as her parents are devout Catholics, here we are. They said, you know what? Let's do an exorcism. But convinced that her Convinced that her ailments were
Oh, are you struggling with that word?
Nope. Convinced that her ailments were of spiritual nature, Annelise and her family sought the help of the Catholic Church for an exorcism. Initially, the request was denied, but after much persistence, two priests, Father Arnold Renez and Pastor Ernst
Arnold Renz and Pastor Ernst.
What did I say? Did I say
Ernest. Renez and Ernest is what you said.
Renez, that's right. What would you say? What did you say? Renz?
Like Benz? Like Mercedes-Benz? Renz. I'm not taking that out.
Two priests, Father Arnold Renz and Pastor Ernst Alt. Let's do Father Arnold and Pastor E.
Pastor Alt.
And Pastor Alt.
It's Pastor E. It's like alt is an easy word to say.
Okay, so they received permission from the local bishop in 1975 to perform the rite of exorcism according to the ritual Roman of 1614.
Okay. 16. Oh, yeah. I was like, okay. That threw me out for a second.
It's like
1614. That was the 60s.
I think they were basically just like, here's a script.
Read it.
To do the exorcism. And here's all the directions. Go exorcise her. The demon, not like physically.
They throw a barbell on her back and start load plates on her. Like, let's go.
Come on, you pussy. Oh.
Let's go. Squat that shit.
225. We're not leaving this bed.
Yeah. 225 for 10. We're not leaving.
If you can't do that, then you're not a demon. That's their test.
That's a good test.
Like, no, this is medical. She can't do that.
Yeah. This demon couldn't squat more than 205. Like, it's not a real demon.
You're like, nah, she exercises like me.
True.
So over the course of 10 months, Annelise underwent 67 exorcism sessions.
Hey, guys, I don't think it's working.
You gotta keep.
No. This is try 50. We're going again.
Each lasting up to 4 hours.
Oh my God.
During these sessions, she exhibited behaviors such as self-harm, consuming insects, I'd be out, and speaking in multiple voices, which were interpreted by the priest as manifestations of demonic.
That's over 11 days worth of exorcisms.
They said it was because of demonic possession. Despite these intense rituals, her physical health deteriorated due to self-imposed fasting, leading to severe malnutrition.
So this is where the litigation comes in?
I believe so, yeah.
Or maybe not. We don't know if they weren't allowing her to eat or if she just chose not to eat.
It was self-inflicted. She chose not to. So maybe they tried.
Maybe it's time for an NG tube.
I was going to say, did they do tube feeding?
Yeah.
Maybe the demon ripped it out. Medical professionals have offered several explanations for her condition. One being the temporal lobe epilepsy. This condition can cause seizures, hallucinations, and altered states of consciousness, potentially explaining her visions and auditory experiences. Psychotic disorders, her symptoms align with psychotic depression or schizophrenia, characterized by delusions, hallucinations, and severe mood disturbances. But again, I'm telling you, she wasn't 20. So I was a doctor, like 19. Nope, not schizophrenia.
Yeah. Let's wait a year.
Yeah.
And then we'll diagnose her.
Come back next year. Influence of religious beliefs. Annelise deep religious convictions. I don't know what I'm reading right now.
Where are you? Oh, the influence of religious beliefs.
Yeah. Annelise's deep religious convictions.
Convections? Is this an oven? What is Germany?
She was being good. Oh.
Sorry.
Wrong time period. Dude, we're canceled.
Barely.
Yeah, that was pretty close, huh?
Barely. Actually, it was 20 years after, but.
Again, not a history buff.
Anyways.
Annelise's deep religious convictions may have contributed to psychosomatic manifestations of her symptoms. interpreting her medical conditions as possession.
Like she was psyching herself into a possession?
Like it
Because
was a placebo demon.
Sugar demon?
Yeah. Maybe she's diabetic.
Anybody think to check a glucose?
It was 12.
No glucose check. Yeah, it was. Her blood sugar has been lower than 40 for 11 days. Exorcism. And she's fasting. Oh, God.
Damn. Actually, you know what? Hepatic encephalopathy.
Yeah.
Say it now.
Hepatic encephalopathy.
Yes. That's what
Her
it is.
liver's just slowly, probably actually not slowly,
No,
but.
her liver is possessed.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
God.
I just want to say I do believe in possessions, but I do feel like you can debunk a lot of them by medically clearing them. But also, what if sometimes they're just medically cleared to be like, nah, this is medical, and they really are possessed?
I don't know.
So let's go with the Catholic Church's perspective after 67 attempts.
How many doses of benzos did she get?
Who knows? They said we authorized one.
Yeah. Is that why we're going to court?
67 of these.
Yeah.
I don't know about. The Catholic Church acknowledges the possibility of demonic possession, but approaches such cases with caution, emphasizing through medical and psychological evaluations before considering an exorcism. In Annelise's cases, the church granted permission for the exorcism based on the family's instance and the priest's assessments. However, following her death, the church has faced criticism and has become more stringent in evaluating and approving exorcisms. Ha! I told you, I knew that was what it was.
What?
After this case is when they are really buckling down on
Exorcisms?
Like we need to 1000% say this is not medical.
But I think that makes a good case for Catholics and for Catholicism, because they were saying, no, we're not just doing an exorcism out the gate. You got to go and get medically evaluated.
Yeah, so I mean they were trying, but now they just made it more strict.
Right.
Tighten the reins on those.
For those that are critical of Catholics, they do want to rule out any medical causes, if that means anything to anybody.
They said, actually, we just don't want to be liable.
Which is medicine in a nutshell, right?
Sign here. So the legal repercussions from this. After Annelise's death in 1976, her parents and the two priests were charged with negligent homicide. The court determined that... Nope. The court determined that Annelise's death resulted from malnutrition and dehydration, conditions that could have been prevented with medical intervention. All four were found guilty and received suspended prison sentences and then probation.
Well, she is an adult and she can refuse all medical treatments. And it sounds like earlier you said like her fasting was self-inflicted, meaning she chose not to eat, which I'm assuming maybe she was denying or rejecting any medical treatment, which could be due to her possession, alleged potential possession.
She said, the demon told me, no, I cannot see a doctor. So let's just recap the timeline here just to make sure we got everything.
Damn, her birthday's close to mine.
Yeah. September 21st, 1952 is when she was born. 1968, at the age of 16, is when she experiences her first epileptic seizure and then was diagnosed with the temporal lobe epilepsy. From 1969 to 1973, Annelise undergoes various treatments, including anti-seizure medications. Oh, here it is. Like Dilantin. Oh my God. Why can't I read? Like Dilantin and psychiatric drugs such as, I don't even know, what is that?
Alept? I know Tegretol. Like, I can say that.
No, I've never even seen that.
Let me get out my trusty Google device.
Next time, if I ever go on a call again and I see this med, I'll be like, They're possessed.
Yeah. Call the priest.
What's wrong with me? They're possessed. Sorry. Do not call 911.
It's a sedative.
Call the Catholic Church. Despite these treatments...
Parachiazine. Sorry.
It's never used a lot.
Pronunciation.
Despite these treatments, her condition does not improve, and she begins to exhibit symptoms of depression and hallucinations.
There's no pronunciation for it. Sorry.
So, not working, so let's turn to spiritual intervention. In 1973, believing her condition was spiritual. In 1973, believing her condition to be spiritual rather than medical, Annelise and her family seek the help of the Catholic Church for an exorcism.
For an exorcism?
For an exorcism,
for
not
67 exorcisms.
No wonder they were denied. And we're not doing 67 of these. And of course, if you remember right, their initial requests were denied.
Is it because they needed medical evaluation first?
Yes, but they submitted it, and apparently it wasn't enough. So then they probably had more evaluations from the priest. So by in September of 1975, Father Arnold and Pastor Alt finally received permission from the bishop to perform a great exorcism.
Wait, when did she die? 76? No, 76.
Yep. So from 1975.
So wait. So 66 out of the 67 exorcisms were just regular ones, and then the 67th was the great exorcism?
No, I think it's just the type of... There was like, go ahead with the full exorcism, and they did it
after 66 times?
No, this is the first time. In 1975, this is the first time they did it. They got permission to do it. And they're like, well, he said yes, so let's just keep going.
So they performed the great exorcism. Okay, guys.
67 times.
The great exorcism sounds like it's like the creme de la creme of exorcisms.
Well, per the movie, while they were doing the exorcism, she had crosses coming through her skin.
What?
So
I need to see this movie.
I'd be doing it again too. Well, you saw that, right? That is not schizophrenia.
That is Hollywood.
So from 1975 to 1976, over approximately 10 months, Annelise undergoes 67 exorcism sessions, each lasting up to 4 hours. During this period, that's when her health deteriorates due to self-imposed fasting, apparently. And then she becomes malnourished.
And physical exhaustion.
So by the time of July 1st, 1976, Annelise dies in her home. An autopsy later reveals the cause of death to be malnutrition and dehydration. She weighed only 68 pounds, or for you UK people, 30.9 kilograms.
How many stone?
Oh, that's
like
a good
2.
one.
That's like just over 2 stone, isn't it?
Isn't stone 20 pounds?
I thought it was 14.
Oh, I don't know.
Got my Google device once again. 1
stone. Was she? But only 68 pounds at the time of her death as a 23-year-old female.
Actually, that would be way more than 2 because that was kilograms. I'm an idiot. 1 stone equals 6 kilograms or 14 pounds.
Dang, okay, good job.
She weighed 68?
68 pounds.
68 pounds at the time of her death. She was 4.85 stones.
So in 1976, following her death, an investigation was finally launched. The state prosecutor concludes that Annelise's death could have been prevented up to at least a week before she died if medical interventions had been sought. In July of 1977, the state charges Annelise's parents and the 2 priests with negligent homicide.
But don't you think her parents were like, the medical treatment she was getting is not doing anything, so why would we trust them to help her?
Exactly, which is probably why they went and, they're trying everything for their child.
Right. And so like medical, you guys haven't found any way of helping her at all with any treatments.
Yeah, honestly, that's I don't know. I wonder if it went down to like you did seek medical first, and then you believed it was faith-driven. So you kept going with that when at that point in time she needed medical treatment again, and you still believed
that it was spiritual.
Exorcism would be the cause, or would be the cure. When if you want to continue with exorcism, maybe she needs a little bit of treatment still. Let's keep her going.
Maybe just a 500 bag of saline. Maybe we put a tube down her and give her some food.
Apparently them pushing her too hard at that point is what got him.
God.
So by March 30th of 1978, the trial begins in the district court of, oh my God.
Aschaffenburg? Aschaffenburg?
Aschaffenburg. In the district court of somewhere in Germany, attracting significant media attention. Although it was well documented because they were recording these exorcisms, because they were like, man, you know what? We should probably record these by now. Probably by take 30.
We're 30 in. Maybe we should get the last 37.
So the prosecution's argument was medical experts testified that Annelise's symptoms were a result of epilepsy and psychosis. They argue that the defendant's actions prevented her from receiving necessary medical care, directly leading to her death. The defense claims that the exorcism was legal and protected under the German Constitution's guarantee of religious freedom. They present recordings of the exorcism sessions as evidence of demonic possession. And those real, you cannot edit that in the 70s.
The exorcisms? No kidding.
How did that cross come out of her skin? Upside down.
Was that like part of the found footage?
I think. I'm just riffing.
Are you making up stuff again?
No, I'm pretty sure they saw some stuff on. That's why they submitted it, and it was in there. But also, by the time this movie came out, you can edit that. But
that's true.
I'm sure they had some sort of editing in the 70s, but
verdict and sentencing. So they were found guilty.
They were. In April 21st of 1978, the court finds all 4 defendants guilty of neglect and homicide.
Negligent homicide.
No, that's not what I said.
You literally took the last 3 letters off of negligent and just said that word's and.
Let's just diagnose me with dyslexia.
Is that what? I don't know if that's dyslexia.
Sure it is.
I think that's because you're from Atchison. You've been drinking that limestone water.
Maybe I'm possessed.
By stupidity.
Low IQ demon.
Oh, God.
April 21st, 1978, the court finds all 4 defendants guilty of negligent homicide. They are sentenced to 6 months in prison, suspended to 3 years of probation, and fined.
That's 6 months for homicide?
They didn't really technically kill her. They just probably more neglect. The court acknowledges that the defendants believed they were acting in Annelise's best interest, but emphasized that medical interventions were necessary.
Okay.
Yeah. So then obviously the case just led to a lot of media attention, and I think the Catholics were like, let's reevaluate what we're going to do with these exorcisms now. But yeah, true story. Made into a movie that you apparently have not seen.
I have not seen it. I'm now intrigued. I thought it was just like a typical. First off, I didn't even know it was based on a true story. Second, I thought it was just another horror film that was an exorcism. But now that I know that it's based on true events, it's like more intriguing for me to watch, and that it's more about the medical diagnoses versus spiritual, and the fact that it actually went to court and was an actual like documented
very
event.
Well documented. I mean, after 67.
Germany, rough go there.
Hey, you know, they kicked the door down for real exorcisms, I guess. Let's make a standard here. But I mean, like cases like these, yeah, like 100%, you need to. I agree. Let's rule out all the medical possibilities. Let's, take all that evidence that we actually have. Let's do science-based evidence first, and then, if we can't explain it, even doctors are like, "What's worth a shot to exorcism because we can't do anything else." Sure. especially like in cases that they have documented for other exorcisms, and they finally were able to do those of like symptoms of like language or linguistic. That's what I was trying to say. When they're speaking in several different languages, especially the children who are maybe 10 to 15 years old who were said to be possessed, and they're speaking in different languages or even dead languages that hardly any, like maybe 2 people in the world knows. They have to decipher that and go through how does this person know and can be fluent in it? Well, that's hard to explain.
Like Sumerian.
But then also isn't there those cases where people have strokes and they can speak French and they don't know?
Yeah, people get head injuries, and sometimes there's an actual disorder from sustaining a head injury where you can actually. Tom Segura did a bit on it, where you recover from your injury and you end up speaking a different language in their native accent and everything, having no formal education or learning.
But I don't understand. How would you know?
I don't know. To me, that's insane.
You just heard it as a child at one point and just stored it in the back of your head?
I don't know.
It's just them. Big words for demonic possession.
Yeah. Due to head injury.
Head injury allows you to be possessed.
Yeah, I get maybe.
He seemed a little knocked.
Well, I mean, if you go in a coma, I guess that maybe opens you up to.
Let me just sneak on.
Because you're not physically what am I trying to say?
You can't defend yourself.
Yeah, you're not physically aware, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You're impaired. They can take advantage of you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
They got me too'd by demons. Fuck. Never mind. Take that out too.
I'm not.
Stop. This is why we're not having any views. We're getting canceled.
We're getting shadow banned by YouTube.
The Ghost Me Too adventure. We should start a GoFundMe for it, and
a ghost assaulted me.
Yeah, let's civil rights for people who've been assaulted by ghosts. We got them. What is it? The radio commercials have you ever been assaulted by a ghost? You may be entitled to compensation.
Yeah. Call this 1-800 number. Just gonna put your cell phone down.
Everybody just keeps calling. I was possessed by a ghost. Can you tell me that story first, so I can read it, and then.
How many exorcisms did you get?
74.
74. That breaks the record.
All right. I can tell you, I don't know how to kick it off or wrap it up.
Well,
that's why I have 3 kids.
I'm leaving that in too.
Oh, that was a good joke.
That was a good one. Well, that was interesting. I learned a lot today about Emily. Well, faux Emily Rose.
It's her stage name.
That's going to be a T-shirt. Faux Emily Rose.
Faux.
I'm trying to think. What episode is this? 5. This is our 5th episode.
5th for audio.
5th episode. 5th podcast episode. God, we need to go investigate some places. Well, we're down to 3.
Velisca.
We're down to 3. We don't know where we're going. Maybe it'll be a surprise in the near and dear future.
Should we start a vote?
Sure. If you made it to the end of this episode,
we'll do a poll on Facebook.
We'll do a poll on Facebook, and we can do a poll on YouTube as well in the
comment area, right?
Well, there's there's a discussion area where you can actually
really. Oh, okay.
Community under the community tab, we'll do a poll. Yeah, because I've posted there before. Under the community tab, we're gonna have a poll for where you guys think we should go next, and it's gonna be between the Velisca Axe Murder House, Belvoir, and Sally House.
Should I?
No, I'm not gonna put anything.
Just point to them. There, and there. You can.
You're pointed nothing. Shut up, timer. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, drop us a subscribe. Holy shit.
Way to go. It's
infectious. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on our video. It helps us out a lot. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify and anywhere you get your podcasts.
Anywhere you get them.
Anywhere you get them. And stick around for more investigations that I promise are coming up. And we have the 1,000 subscriber giveaway when we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Get you a gift.
Get you a gift.
All right. Well, stay spooky, my fellow haunties.
Yeah.
We out.
We out.